Hey, this is Jonesy from Jones TV coming at you with a review for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 4, Episode 4. This episode is entitled, Let Me Stand Next to Your Fire, and basically, the Ghost Rider gets brought into the fold of S.H.I.E.L.D. in this episode as Coulson hunts him down in a card chase where he and Mack are in Lola chasing him in his, I believe it's called the Hellraiser, and this is really cool car chase scene, something we haven't seen in S.H.I.E.L.D. before, and I really like seeing it. And basically, this episode, there's that plot line. Coulson sort of dealing with Robbie Reyes and the Ghost Rider, and trying to convince him to join the same team. And they investigate his uncle and figure out that the laboratories, that there was the laboratories, they're basically trying to play God, and it all blew up in their faces, killing people, and that's why Ray's uncle cracked and killed the boss, or at least put him in a coma, and is in prison now. And so that's why the ghosts are trying to locate this book, though, that they were previously using that caused them to die. But also, we figure out that the Watchdogs are getting information, of course, we figured out from the previous episode, from S.H.I.E.L.D. servers, and you have this cool buddy basically plotline with Simmons and with Sky, or Daisy, and they go and they basically hack S.H.I.E.L.D. servers and figure out, oh, hey, we need to go to this place and prevent this murder. And actually they bring one of the old cast members, one of the Inhumans, back into the fold, the flame guy named Hellraiser, I believe that's his name, but in the end you figure out there's a plot twist, and you figure out, oh, he's working with the Watchdogs because he hates Inhumans, he hates what he is, and he hates what Sky made him. And so there's this big clash where Coulson and Robbie Reyes, Ghost Rider and Mack all show up at the same place. Daisy's there, of course, because they're investigating. Daisy and I believe, Simmons is there investigating Hellraiser and basically trying to save him, but he turns it into sort of an ambush and tries to kill them. And there's this awesome fight between Ghost Rider and Hellraiser, and it's really explosive, and although it's short, it's very entertaining. And of course, Robbie Reyes even gets the chains like he does in the comics. If you've read the new Ghost Rider comics, he has the chains, so it's a really cool scene. We also see the Ada storyline actually go somewhere, as she's sort of brought into the fold to save May, and May figures out about her, and sort of Simmons does at the end. But the Ada storyline was actually much stronger than it had been in weeks past. It was sort of lagging behind compared to the whole Ghost Rider and Inhuman storyline, so it's cool that they were able to sort of tie it all in with May getting better and basically recovering. But I really did enjoy this episode on many levels, just from a standpoint of the show coming together, because when S.H.I.E.L.D. comes together, when all the plot lines connect, it gets much better. I remember there's an episode last season where you figure out everything was Hydra, basically, and it was a fantastic episode, phenomenal. This episode sort of had that same effect for me, and of course the car chase and the fight between Robbie Reyes, Ghost Rider and Hellraiser was amazing, and it was awesome seeing the chains finally be brought out with Ghost Rider. So I'd have to give this episode a 9.2 out of 10, probably one of my favorite episodes of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. yet. It was very entertaining, and I would suggest it to anybody. And for those who haven't been watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., they quit after Season 3, I think you can come back for Season 4 because it's a whole lot better. Season 3 was sort of a lackluster season for me. Season 2 was awesome, and so was Season 4, sort of a return to form, and it's a lot more gritty, a lot more dark, and a lot more fun, and accessible to some people. But I'd have to give this episode, Let Me Stand Next to Your Fire, Episode 4 of Season 4, a 9.2. I hope you've enjoyed this review. This has been Jonesy from Jones TV, signing off.